show you how to do a stack wrap. A stack wrap can be done in the hind limb or in the forelimb. The hind limb is the trickier one though, so I'm going to show you guys how to do this one. So you'll need 2 ready rolls, 2 brown gauze, and then 2 vet wrap, plus or minus some elasticon to seal the top and bottom. It is helpful if you have somebody around to hand you things as you do this wrap, because your hands will be a little bit occupied. So when you're gonna do this one, you're still gonna start at the bottom with a normal standing wrap. And so you wanna make sure you wrap your tendons towards the middle of the horse. So I'm gonna start here. Just laying that cotton all down, trying to keep it nice and even as much as I can. Once that's on, I'm gonna grab one of my brown gauze. I like to start in the middle. Once that's holding in place, then I'm gonna start to apply some pressure. Again, pulling straight across the cannon, wrapping around the back of the leg, keeping that pusher nice and even. Gonna leave that 1/2 inch or so of cotton exposed at the bottom so we don't hurt our skin or tissues underneath. I'm gonna start to work my way back up, overlapping about 50%. Once I get to about this point in my bandage, I want to tuck my brown gauze into itself here, and I'm going to leave about 3 or 4 inches at the top of my bandage. I'm going to grab my second ready roll, and I'm going to overlap it along my first one here. Like, this is where it gets a little bit funny. So you want the horse standing as straight as possible, and then you're going to lay that ready roll onto that leg. Again, trying to keep it even as best you can. It is a little tricky. Then once that's in place, I'm going to grab my brown gauze that I started down here, and I'm going to catch the bottom of this bandage. Now that it's held in place, I'm going to grab my second brown gauze, and I'm going to come in with some pressure. Once I get up to the point of my hock here, you can do a little bit of a figure 8. And again, I want to leave some cotton exposed at the top of my bandage here. Then I'm going to come and finish off with my vet wrap. I like to start at the top. Again, every layer you want to wrap those flexor tendons to the inside. And tight across the front, laid across the back. Overlapping 50% as you work your way down. On these, I do like to do 2 rolls of vet wrap just to give it a little extra strength. So then I start at the bottom. Again, I leave that cotton exposed. And work my way back up. I had an instructor tell me that bandaging is an athletic event, so if you are not a little bit winded and a little bit tired by the end, you probably haven't done enough. And it's very much practice makes perfect, so do not expect your bandages to look perfect on the first try, but as long as they're functional and they don't hurt the horse, that's what we're going for. They do not have to be pretty. So sometimes if we're gonna be bandaged for a long time, if we've got a chronic wound that we're dealing with, we will cut a releasing incision in a bandage. These are gonna be over bony protrusions. So this would be like the point of the hock or on the front leg, the accessory carpal bone here. So these are bony projections that will definitely get some pressure sores. So what you can do is take a scalpel blade or a knife, go right over that point of the hock, and you can use the other leg to eyeball it a little bit. I'm gonna cut straight down into my bandage until I see that white cotton puff out. You only need to cut about 1 inch to 1.5 inches, but that'll allow a little bit of pressure release over the point of the hock there. And that is a staff wrap.